Pulling RJ, screaming, tired. Come on out.
Okay, everyone ready? This top-quality argument just isn't working for the negative. They're functionally conceding 100% line by line, which is going to be devastating. First, we can extend our we meet argument that the U.S. owns the satellites that would be launched. We only use India's launch capabilities. We actually own the satellites. They make the blatant assertion that we don't own the satellites, but yes, we do. We're the only ones reading a piece of evidence to this issue. That's our Fukushima evidence. And additionally, you can extend our we meet. It's the Ames Inc. versus U.S. government evidence. It talks about how our evidence like a specific court case in which it was ruled that entities under the U.S. government, like commercial launch companies, actually are legally part of the U.S. government. They say that we use private entities, but like that's our argument. Even if we use private entities, they're still part of the U.S. government. And additionally, you can extend that we defend an increase in satellites. They're not actually losing any ground in this round. They're not translating as to why the fact that they lose the spending dissent means that they lose ground. Additionally, you can extend our interpretation, which that means it means associated with this on fact 100% of their offense. Additionally, you can extend our Afghan to the world to the negative is terrible for Afghan. The only apps on the topic have no U.S. key warrants on ground is more important than theirs, so we always read generic. They only named 3 apps on the topic. I don't know about you, but I don't really want to make the same 3 apps all year. Additionally, you can extend our Sharma and 10 evidence 100% conceded. 80% of the commercial satellites are actually owned by the U.S. means they get their links and there's no apps under their interpretation in this skill debate. And also, it means that we need because the satellites are owned by the U.S. and extend literature, extend our Fukushima evidence, cooperation only happens means their interpretation limits out too many apps and extend limits their limit centers are done, but we do need U.S. key warrants only a limited number of solvents. Yeah, because they extend ground, they can't isolate a link, they lose, and there's no conflict ground laws and extend. Reasonability, this is conceded. Competing interpretations bad because they'll just keep on finding interpretations that limit out our aptitude skills education. We're just talking about top quality and T is no risk. Argument for the next who should err, affirmative, and they'll come up here and say, oh, but you're extra topical. No, we are not extra topical because the U.S. government owns the satellites and go to space industry. They extend FAA restrictions, but they're not answering their 2 ways to answer. First, this evidence is talking about rockets, and additionally extend our SIA evidence, which indicates that launch pods are the key here. And next, they extend their debris turn, but they're 100% conceding our evidence. First is that it's not unique because we don't have lasers that are going to be able to stop it. And we're reading 2 pieces of evidence on this question. First, the line chart evidence talks about how there's no lasers right now in order to stop it. And additionally, extend our other piece of line chart evidence that they're not coming soon means that there's no way to stop debris in the status quo, which means that their turn doesn't make any sense, and now go to the China advantage. They're 100% conceding the China advantage means that there's going to without the will of the affirmative, China becomes superior in space. That would lead to a Taiwan conflict, which would lead to extinction. That's our trade times and Smith evidence, and then now go to Skifta. This won't pass in Korea. Their card doesn't conclusively say. It only says that they're probably going to pass it once the U.S. passes it. But our evidence is actually conclusively gives reasons why it won't pass. It says that it's unpopular among the public. It signifies U.S. domination. They'll say that this doesn't matter, but it does matter because they need Skifta, or their Wang Kim evidence is predicated off Skifta actually being there because there happens to be economic ties. That's the key internal link there. Next, go down to the extinction debate. There's no need for evidence here. There's no reason a logical policymaker wouldn't do both. They're functionally conceding this. A policymaker can pass 2 pieces of legislation they like and go to the winners win debate. Obama's been in office a long time. Means both he should have more political capital. As per their evidence that it's straightforward for news and healthcare proves that winners win if healthcare was massively unpopular, but after it was passed, so he still was able to get more stuff done. That proves that winners do win. There's no risk of this because of the intrinsicness debate. Go to the military counterplan. They can't solve China, extend our Smith evidence, which indicates that space superiority is key. Sure, maybe they solved the Chinese hegemony on the ground, but our space news evidence indicates that China's expanding into space now. Our Smith evidence indicates that the only way to counterbalance them is in space. And next, they say it's a counterbalance self-hedge, but space hedge is key. Extend our Walker evidence, which indicates that we're not superior in space. China's going to be able to attack us. China's going to be able to attack us, and other countries will have bases in space. Our evidence indicates that this is the most important thing. And next, they say plan doesn't link to politics, but it would be unpopular or extend the Republicans want unilateral hegemony. They do not want to cooperate. This is conceded. And additionally, extend that would it be a flip-flop because Obama would lose political capital because no one can trust them to actually lay out a specific agenda. Additionally, they're conceding a devastating India add-on. Extended only the plan would allow India to grow economic space is key. That's our Marshed evidence. It's key to solve a South Asian war, which like a rise of China or North Korea, and this is key. The war would go nuclear. That's our Bayan 2000 evidence. Their counterpoint solves none of the case.
Starting prep.
You got 450. Is that right?